Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use one of my oldest decks, Art Nouveau. I'm probably saying that wrong. Tarot by Matt Myers. I think so, if I can get really close. This is like circa 1989, I think. Yep, if you look at the bottom, that's when this deck was originally created. I don't know if it's focusing. Like, I'm putting out the information in case you want to find it. It's so old, I don't know if you'll be able to. Just saying. And the Oracle cards I'm using, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace, illustration by Elaine Marzin. Marzin. I'm excited about using this deck. It was literally the first deck for me. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you that, but there you go. And it isn't even the original deck. A friend of mine let me borrow his, and I gave his back, and then I bought one for myself. He actually said I could have it, and I didn't take him up on that at the time for whatever reason. Oddly enough, I don't know. I'm just gonna share all that information for I don't know why, but there you go. I don't know why I need to tell you all that, but there you go. Pisces. I haven't used this deck in so long. This is originally the deck I fell in love with, though. I don't know. I have to just keep talking about it, apparently. There we go. Nature Journey. So, this whole situation, there's a card hidden, but I have a feeling this is going to be good. I like this for Pisces. And I'm a Pisces. I say that all the time, I know. Nature Journey, to me, talks about, getting used to a situation, seeing it for what it is, and enjoying it for the beauty that it contains naturally. How do I put this? It's kind of like, if you like outdoor stuff, but on your terms. Some people enjoy nature by gardening. They do some stuff outside. They go in the house. They do what they want to do. Other people like to hike. Not everybody likes the same thing. But this is kind of, Nature Journey is kind of like you deciding what version of this situation works for you and enjoying it on your terms. Kind of like, some people like fishing, some people don't. Some people like hiking, some people don't. But we all seem to have some type of version of nature that we enjoy on our own terms. Like some people like camping, some people don't. I don't know why we're going down that road, but because I'm getting like you're balancing and coming into a healthy situation, but you're doing it on your terms. Okay, so I'm coming back to the camping example again. Like, I like to hike. I enjoy it a lot. Not usually the biggest for camping. Just not. So, like, I'm liable to do one than the other. But I'm also the type of person, like, I can go camping if I know hiking's going to be a part of it. Doing it on my terms. Like, I can add the two together if somebody else wants to go camping, and then there's that added bonus. I kind of do it on my terms, if that makes sense. There's a lot of energy here. So I feel like basically saying, going into a situation, and even if it's not ideally what you want, adding in a component that makes it very enjoyable to you. The environment you're working with is very open to your additions. Again, with the Nature Journey, the overall energy I'm feeling here is like, whatever the situation is, whether it's either not your most desired situation, or it's kind of like lukewarm, like it's okay, but it's not the best. It's kind of taking like a lukewarm bath, in my opinion. It's kind of like, it's okay, but it's not really what exactly you want. If you're like me and you like hot baths, I'm just saying. Why am I saying all this weird stuff today? Don't know. But kind of like updating it to like what you want it to be rather than just leaving it what it already is. You could quietly move through the situation and not add any additions, but like that's not going to make the situation great for you, and it's not going to make it great for the people around you. You adding your changes or bringing in the joy you want to be here not only improves it for you, but for the people around you. Gratitude is telling me if you add in what you want the situation to be, your little addition, which seems like a little addition to me, it doesn't seem like it takes a great amount of effort just to make it more to your liking. Other people are going to like it just as much as you are. Sorry, I think there's a glare on that card. And I'm noticing this is very much a Nature Journey card too, if you look at it. Kind of like making the situation the best you can. The energy's kind of moving forward. So let's keep moving forward. Now we get into the cards. The Art Nabu, which I'm probably saying it wrong, but hey. Integrity with self-acceptance. There's a lot coming in with this situation where you have to decide to own your piece of it to bring in more happiness and joy for you and everybody else involved. The Five of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles. Are these pentacles? That can't be pentacles. That's the cups. Five of Cups with the Four of Pentacles. There we go. I just keep looking at that because I'm like, it's red. Why are we using red for pentacles? I don't remember why, but they're there. So I'm getting like, the situation is going to kind of linger on for a while, and there's going to be people, whatever this situation is, where they don't want to be involved with it as long as they have to be. This is another reason why you adding in your flavor to the situation, your bit of joy, it's more like it lifts this energy of like, oh, I'm stuck here, I feel. Because there's people who are like part of this situation. They seem to get bored with it. They want to move on, but they can't. The situation's not done. Your additions have brought in an element of joy that makes it so much easier to deal with. It's kind of like being stuck in the same house for 5 weeks and just you have no choice about it. You got to stay there. That's where you're going to be. You got very limited chance to go outside. And I know the majority of you are going to see right through what I'm talking about. Cool. But it's kind of like, all right, but since I have to do that, I'm going to order some art supplies online and have them shipped to my house. And I'm going to do stuff with that. And then I'm going to like try a couple. I have to go to the grocery store anyway. That's allowed. So since I'm going to do that, I'm going to buy some extra stuff to try out some new recipes and some new things like that. And that's like your additions. You're like, yeah, I could just sit here and just watch TV all day and just, get sedentary as much as possible. Or I could be like, I wanted to try these art projects. I wanted to try polymer clay. I wanted to try this type of nail art. Maybe that's what you want to try. I want to try making this type of cheesecake. I saw this thing for a pistachio cheesecake. Maybe I'll try that. Oh, there's a certain type of dessert that I never thought I could do. It looks like it's kind of complicated. Well, I got the time to try it now. Then if I screw it up, that's okay. I'll try it again. This is where you're bringing in your flavor. This is bringing in something to look forward to, something to try, something that brings a little bit more flavor to this situation, other than just sitting there for 5 weeks going, yeah, I guess I'll watch a rerun, or I guess I'll try this new show, and almost having disdain for doing that. It's kind of releasing that disdain and going, ooh, this is exciting. Ooh, I could try this. I've wanted this opportunity. I have been wanting to try this. Why not try this now? The Queen of Staves, which is Wands, Queen of Wands with the Five of Swords is telling me you do have support in this situation. When this starts off, though, keep in mind if you're dealing with another person, which I feel like you are, you're gonna have a little bit of like, I guess we could, almost like it doesn't matter. When they first start, like, okay, I want to do this art project, or oh, I want to try this food, or I want to try doing this, or while we're here anyway, might as well do this. There's a little bit of disdain, kind of like, I guess there's no reason not to. They're not jumping all over the place at first, but this is going to bring up the energy. So give it a chance to bring up the energy, because you do get support with it in the sense of like physically helping it move forward, like making it actualize, like making it actually happen. But like the emotional support in the beginning is not so overwhelming, if you know what I mean. Which is all right. This is where you have to just come to terms with what you want to happen and just keep it true to your vision. Since the other person or whatever you're dealing with doesn't seem to be overly invested and not blown away by the idea, which is all right, make sure that you are. Make it exactly what you want it to be. For example, if it's like a household project and there's certain colors you like and the other person doesn't maybe like them as much, go for the gold. Make it what you want. If they don't really seem to care anyway, might as well make it what you want it to be. I know that. But integrity is saying, all right, so here's what I'm going with. I get it. So if you're quarantined, we know what I'm talking about. We all know what I'm talking about. If you're quarantined and you want to paint a room and you want to be a little bit more outside the box with painting. Maybe you want to do one one wall a different color, then you want to do something different with the little decorative with the border. This would make you happy. This would make it worth the while. It'd be like, oh, okay, I can try this different painting technique. Do one wall a different color, like a complementing wall, and the other wall is this color, and we'll put this fun border up here. So if you're a person that maybe you like a mint green and like a baby pink, but you know your partner literally hates pink, you could do those colors. But integrity is saying maybe they're okay with the mint green, and what could you put with else? What else could you put with the mint green that they wouldn't maybe be flat out disgusted with it? What else would go with the mint green that wouldn't have to be a color they would hate? That's the integrity. Kind of like you could do it literally on the terms. Maybe you love that baby pink, but you know they hate it. They hate it. So you're like, if I do that, are they just going to end up hating this room? Are they going to end up, could that end up getting under their skin? And maybe they'll help you, but maybe they'll be really cranky about it. That's what they're saying with integrity. If you have somebody else you're bringing into this, or it's going to affect somebody else in another way, accepting what that is and like, okay, I do like mint green and I like baby pink, but maybe we could do, like, I know my partner doesn't care about butter yellow. So butter yellow is good. You know what? I like cyan with butter yellow. Maybe I'll put those two colors. Maybe we could do those colors instead, because they don't seem to care about those colors either way. So instead of doing the baby pink and mint green, I'll do the butter yellow and I'll do the cyan. We'll do those colors instead. And then I'm still happy, they're still happy, all's cool. That's the integrity. Looking at the situation in that respect. Because they feel you're trying to work with the situation. It's something you want to pull other people into, is what I'm getting. You want it to have a positive effect, not only for you, but for people around you. I also see the Two of Pentacles as you considering how it affects other people. This is really smart on your part, because it seems like you have an option. Do it completely a way that only you like, or do it a way that you and other people like. So it's one of those things that at one moment it may seem like it doesn't matter, but if you think it through, you're like, wait a minute, down the road it could matter. As you keep going forward, other people seem to come into the situation. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician, other people will add in more later, because when you start enjoying it, people want to enjoy it too. I am getting, be aware, especially with integrity and self-acceptance on your side, an air of jealousy might kind of linger around the situation just a little bit. Just make it more inclusive. Try not to address the jealousy directly. I don't think that's going to work well. But instead of directly saying, hey, don't be so jealous, you know what I mean? Go forward and be kind of like, oh, well, you could do this, or how would you want to do this, or how do you want to do this next part? Include them in, give them some type of say in how to do the next piece. So that way you kind of dissipate that jealousy, and you don't have to go directly at it. Because I feel like if you go directly at the jealousy, if that occurs in your situation, it seems to like amp it up a little bit. If you kind of go around the side with it, kind of like, how do you want to do this next part? Or what would you like to do? You're including them in, you're inviting them in, and they get to have their say. It kind of dissipates that energy without you having to confront it. Because I feel in this situation, it just doesn't serve you to do it that way. There's going to be more going on with this. I feel like this is going to be like a stepping stone to make more happen. Because you got the Ace of Pentacles is where this is going next. And they got the ferrets there. I love those ferrets. Which is telling me, be playful with it. When I see ferrets, I think they're ferrets anyway. I'll put it closer to the camera. If somebody thinks there's something else, let me know. But I think they're ferrets. There could be otters for all I know. Be playful. Make it worthwhile. Make it stick around, but be playful with it. One of the reasons I like different decks is because they have different ways of coming forward. This is going to be the threshold to a new situation, and more coming from it. A lot more coming from it. You want this to be more enjoyable for you and this other person. There's at least one. I feel like this person is starting to see you in a different light, by the way. Like, it's almost like this person is starting to have an upgrade in their opinion of you. Okay, let's keep going with that. Like, you are highly creative. Usually Pisces are. It's just the difference between keeping it in your brain and getting it out in the world. Very dreamy, yes. Pisces have a lot of ideas though, and if they can help you create something with those dreams and bring that creativity from your brain and put it out into the world can be a beautiful place. I feel like they're seeing more of the value of your creativity at this point. Like they might have looked at you more in the past as more of a fanciful, you know, pie in the sky type person, but they're starting to really understand like the real true value of your creativity and how really important and gorgeous that can be. Gorgeous, good and gorgeous. Like you bring a lot of beauty into a situation, but you have practical applications too, and that's the point. They need to take the beauty that you see and all these ideas and versions you're seeing and bring that beauty into the world, and it makes your situation and their situation better. They seem to be seeing you in a better light. I don't think they saw you in a bad light before, but it's like they're understanding your value more. Like they're really understanding like the value of your creativity. I'm really seeing them understand that much better. Things are going to go forward a lot quicker. The more they seem to be on point with you, this is like a turning point with this person, by the way. When they're clicking into this and they're understanding your value more, that they're appreciating it more. Literally, the appreciation card is here. When they're appreciating you more, the passion comes in. But they have to understand, they have to see you more for the blessing that you are. Like, really though. They have to see you for more of the blessing that you are in their life. And then it just really comes forth with passion. The appreciation comes in. Things go a lot quicker. Things are a lot more, like they congeal. They congeal better with this person. Like they're understanding you more. Things come better. The better understanding makes a big difference. This is another reason why this whole thing, you want to do this more on your terms, and you want to stay like with that confidence level, like this is not fanciful, this is worth it, there's no reason we can't be happy or I can't be happy, and putting your own spin on it. By going through all this person learns more about you and really starts to appreciate and understand your value that much more. It's really a great thing. And again, I don't think they looked at you in a negative light before, but I don't think they understood your true value before this, at least not to this level. How's that? I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.